president's policies, middle-income Americans have been buried. They're just being crushed. I just don't know how the president could have come into office facing 23 million people out of work, rising unemployment, an economic crisis at the kitchen table, and spent his energy and passion for 2 years fighting for Obamacare instead of fighting for jobs for the American people.
We did work on this alongside working on jobs, because this is part of making sure that middle-class families are secure in this country.
The federal government taking over health care for the entire nation and whisking aside the 10th Amendment, which gives states the rights for these kinds of things, is not the course for America to have a stronger, more vibrant economy.
Right now, you can actually take a deduction for moving a plant overseas. I think most Americans would say, that doesn't make sense, and all that raises revenue.
Look, I've been in business for 25 years. I have no idea what you're talking about. I maybe need to get a new accountant, but the idea that you get a break for shipping jobs overseas is simply not the case. Mr. President, you're entitled as a president of your own airplane and your own house, but not your own facts.
For 18 months, he's been running on this tax plan, and now, 5 weeks before the election, is saying that his big, bold idea is never mind. The fact is that if you are lowering the rates the way you described, Governor, then it is not possible to come up with enough deductions and loopholes that only affect high-income individuals to avoid either raising the deficit or burdening the middle class. Does anybody out there think that the big problem we had is that there was too much oversight and regulation of Wall Street? Because if you do, then Governor Romney is your candidate.
But don't forget, you put $90 billion, like 50 years worth of breaks into solar and wind, to Solyndra and Fisker and Tesla and Enter1. I mean, I had a friend who said you don't just pick the winners and losers, you pick the losers.